Hey there, it's Steve from Serious Keto, and in this video, we're going to make grilled shrimp with a coconut scallion sauce. When I eventually release a cookbook, one of its features is going to be something I call recipe sequencing. Basically, the notion behind this is what do you do with leftovers? Whether that's a leftover ingredient that didn't get used up in a recipe, or just leftovers after a meal that can be repurposed and turned into something else. And that's what we're doing in this video. Last week I released a video for a Vietnamese scallion sauce, and I'll link to that right up here. It is a wonderful condiment. It goes great on so many different things. I started playing around with it a little bit though, and I've come up with a couple of different uses. One of which is in the sauce for this coconut scallion sauce to put on top of grilled shrimp. So let's make it. For this recipe, I'm going to be using large shrimp in the 21 to 25 per pound count. And then I'm going to pinch and pull the tails off of each of them. I save the tails either to make seafood bisque, or you can also use this as fertilizer in your garden. Just throw it into the compost bin. Then I'm going to load up these skewers. And I love these skewers. I'll link to them down in the description. But I alternate which side the tail faces on each of them. I find I can get a lot more shrimp onto each skewer that way. I mean, they're literally packed one side to the other. Then, because I want to grill these, not steam these, I'm going to give them a nice pat with a paper towel on both sides. And then I'm going to start making my sauce, starting with some coconut cream. And whenever I'm using a can of something that's really thick, I open both ends, and that sort of then creates almost like a vacuum. It just sucks everything right through and cleans the can for me. I don't need to use a spatula or anything. Just like that. We're going to give this a little bit of a whisk, make sure that it's all uniform in consistency. Then I'm going to add my scallion sauce from last week. I've got 1/4 cup. I'll stir that in as well. And then it's off to my herb garden to collect some Thai basil. I split this into two piles. One is sort of smaller for garnish, and then the other big leaves I'm going to slice up and add to my sauce. Then I'm going to add a couple of dried Thai chili peppers, which I'm going to kind of crush up here and sprinkle in. Make sure to wash your hands afterwards if you do this. That's a lesson I learned. Whisk those in. Then ideally I would add some lemongrass, but I don't have any, so I'm using some dried lemon peel. It just gives it the slightest, subtlest little citrusy taste. And finally, I'm going to add a little bit of sweetener here, some brown truvia. This will balance some of the heat from those chili peppers. Lastly, I'm going to thicken this with perfected xanthan gum. Now, perfected xanthan gum is great because you can whisk it right into a pan sauce or a sauce on the stovetop. It doesn't require the shear of blending. And then I'm going to put a little oil on my shrimp. You can brush it, or if you've got some spray oil, you can do that. I'm using olive oil. And off to my grill, which is preheated at high, and then I turned it down to medium just because I don't want to burn these. It'll probably take about 3 minutes per side is all. 3 minutes later, let's take a look. Very good. Love that color. Got some grill marks. Probably could have sprayed it a little bit more with the oil. We're sticking on a couple of these. And we'll give this another 3 minutes. All right, look at that. Great color, great grill marks. Time to take these off and go have some shrimp. I love these skewers. You just slide this little lever here and strip the protein or vegetables, whatever you've got, right off. Now we'll plate some of this up for the wife. What do you want?
A little more.
A little more?
Mm-hmm.
That much? A little more? One more?
Sure.
Two more?
Sure. Okay.
Top it with our sauce. Oh, this smells so good. And then we'll garnish it with those Thai basil leaves. And if you like the taste of cilantro, which I do, sprinkle on a little cilantro. Then my wife made a salad of arugula, Kalamata olives, and tomatoes with a little herb vinaigrette that we'll have on the side.
A lot of fresh flavors, the herbs. Good sauce. Good stuff, husband. Thank you.
I was concerned it might be a little too spicy. No. Just right. Good stuff.
In terms of serving, we just had it on a plate, but you could easily put it over something like cauliflower rice or the keto-friendly noodles of your choosing. You could probably even use like some bib lettuce too, and do like little Asian shrimp roll-up wrap type thingies. There's probably a better name for them. Anyhow, I will be back with one more video, probably a fairly short video, using this sauce in one or two more different applications, and I'll probably release that this weekend. In the meanwhile, if you haven't made this sauce already, get on it. Make this sauce. It's a wonderful condiment. If you had made this sauce and you enjoyed it, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber already, tap that subscribe button, then hit the bell to turn on all notifications. And lastly, if you want to help support the Serious Keto Test Kitchen, click that join button and see what memberships and perks are all about. Thanks for watching.